Hey, this is Dan,
This is Arsham.
and we're going to talk about how to improve yourself. Stay tuned.
It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful
So, we're back. Today's topic is improvement, and there's quite a few areas of improvement.
Just like the video, just like the little animation you saw.
Yeah,
That's our improvement.
and
we're
it
improving.
came this week.
We're improving
Yes.
slowly.
So, why don't you start with the different types of improvement?
Okay, well, there's two types of improvements that it's to me it's more important. It's
General categories.
General,
kind of.
yeah. It's one is the physical, like outside and your surroundings, and one is a mentally and emotional improvements. And I believe that you always have to improve yourself, no matter what you're trying to pursue. Even if you're just trying to, live a good life, you always have to improve yourself because improvement is the spice of life. So what do you think? What do you think it's important? Like mental or physical?
I would have to say both because, well, when you're thinking about how to improve, you can't just improve in a single area. You see many people going to the gym and posting those gym selfies,
Yeah.
but their mental
Beast
state.
mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
When the guy's like almost like 250 pounds, he has a little bit outside of muscle and beast mode.
beast mode. Yeah. The problem is many people don't focus also on their mental improvement, and we talked about that in our motivation video, our first video, and in Are You Ready for Success, our third video.
Yeah.
And we discussed like how you have to prepare yourself, how to set goals, and how to establish the how to do a particular part that's very hard for you or anything like that. So whenever things get hard, you have to always prepare and always set a goal, make a list, or do anything that helps you.
Yeah.
And that's quite important.
I agree with that. And also getting, like I said before, getting people that are like-minded as you, and also in learning new things. Think of your brain as like a sponge. This is my example of like learning new things, like the desire of learning new things. Think of your brain as a sponge, and information. Well, any kind of information, not just things that are that you're interested in. Just any kind of information. It's like liquid or water. You want to be able to absorb as much as you can. And this sponge I'm talking about is you can absorb as much as you want. There's no limit to it. Like books right here. We can read a lot of books. I read a lot of books. Do you read the books?
I actually read quite a lot of
Yeah.
books, ebooks, online articles, and
Listen to a lot of books.
there's also quite a lot of resources that you can use. For people in university, we have giant libraries that your tuition actually paid for, so it's important to use them. For people outside, there's public libraries, and let me just tell you that, well, for example, in Calgary, the public membership is $12, but I think that's actually free right now.
$50 I believe. Was it 12? No, I don't
It's
know.
12.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
So, that's one sort of improvement that you can focus on, improving yourself.
Yeah.
Don't forget about health, and things like smoking or other habits are very, very, very damaging and you can even do a cost of how much your cigarette pack or how much your habit actually costs you, and then you can see how much you can save.
Yeah.
I know it's hard, and there is help out there. So we're not saying go cold turkey or do anything like that. You can just simply look at something, look at getting in some help, setting that sort of goal, reducing your intake, and help others stay off that path, because the path to quitting a habit is also prevention.
It is difficult, but reading. I've read many books on creating this whole my entrepreneurship mentor mindset. Sorry. And one of my favorite books is is actually one of the most famous books, and it's called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. I don't know if you've heard of that.
I haven't heard of it. So
It's actually, it opens up your mind, so, and it shows you exactly how to create success and the true success that matters to you, and how to improve yourself. And if you ever get the chance, you can get that book, read that book, listen to the audio. I listened to the audio like 4 times, and because like I don't really have the time to read that book. It's a huge book, and I listened to that book. It's actually free on YouTube, so you can listen to the audiobook while you're working, while you're working out, while you're sitting at home doing your homework. But keep on listening to books that are gonna improve your surroundings, and start developing habits and doing things that are good for you. Going on walks, going on hikes, you finding new friends that are like-minded, not finding new friends that are gonna bring you down, but find new friends that are gonna that share you that you guys share the same hobbies with.
And there's also a study that shows that entertaining a hobby and doing that physical work and trying to stay on schedule with that hobby actually helps you manage your life a lot better. So, and they discovered this also with students, that their grades actually improved by them having a part-time job, just because they had to manage, organize, and now keep track of everything that they had to do.
And you learn how to be consistent.
And and repetition and consistency are very important elements of having this sort of improvement, and actually visualizing this like the ruler of improvement, and the steps of improvement, and any way you would look at it, basically.
And it's not gonna just take over. Improving yourself, your surroundings, it's not gonna take over overnight. It's not gonna. You can't do it overnight. It's like Rome. It wasn't built in a day.
Yeah.
And it's just funny because he's Romanian, but.
Those are different, That's okay.
I don't really know my history that well,
Oh.
but still, I focus more on the future than past.
Fine. So, as we get back on topic, I have to say that there are a lot of things that we need to focus on. Like, for example, other than your mental and physical, you have to look at your surroundings and your mental surroundings. So basically, your friends and your family are very important pieces of that. For example, your family is there to support you, and their friends are there to support you. Any levels of toxicity have to be changed and eliminated in any way, shape, or form. But then you have to also look at what levels and what depth does family play in your business. Because, for example, for you are working with your family to develop, and you guys work in construction, and you're always there for your dad, and your dad's always there for you.
Absolutely.
And then for me is sort of the same thing. My mom comes up with something, and I just take it from there, and I develop. So basically, we have very tight relationships with our parents, and we do business with them. So we treat them as business people, but at the same time, family. So you have to think about that sort of improvement, and how do you reflect on, like, how does your family play a role in your life, and how does your family help you get to your goals?
Yeah, absolutely. And just have fun with it. Like, have fun, be happy. Like, it's a beautiful day. Right?
Yeah.
Every day is a beautiful day. Even if you're going if you're going through some tough times, it's still, you can pull yourself up, and you can, make yourself stronger, and don't see obstacles or things that brings you down as failure. Then they see them as opportunities to make yourself better. And with that being said, whatever you do and whatever you put out in the world is what you attract, and you can be happy, and you can attract happy people. Whatever you want to be, or whoever you want to attract in your life, be that person. That's the person you're going to attract. So that's what I think. I think that it's mostly people who are not willing to change are not going to be happy. Because if you're not willing to change, then you're kind of stuck in the same pattern of doing the same thing all the time. And insanity has always been known as doing the same thing over and over again, expecting something different. Expecting a result that's different. That's insanity.
Yeah. And sometimes people are stuck in that sort of vicious cycle. So when we talked about it in our Are You Ready for Success video, we were talking about people getting stuck in office jobs that they can't even stand.
Yeah.
We talked about people who couldn't get out of this sort of bad habits and bad life because they couldn't visualize it. And this is part of that self-improvement. Not just being ready for success. This is also a very important element when you're going into those sort of situations, when you have to think about where you're at, what do you want to be, what do you want to do. Because for example, I have a lot of dreams, but I'm not going to be there all the time, and they're not attainable just yet. I have to pull back and look at what I can do in the next few days. Just like we said in the motivation, just writing down what you're going to do tomorrow or what are you going to do in the next few days is actually a crucial element.
And one thing you can do is, I did that. I put a ad on a classified ad website, like one of those free ads. Just looking for like-minded people who are wanting to be successful, and I got tons of response. I even got response people telling me, "Hey, you know what? I appreciate, I like how I like how your mindset is, or I like how someone else shares the same mindset." And I've met a lot of people that do share the same mindset, and we started becoming friends, and now it put me in a position that whenever I wake up in the morning, I just think about what kind of life I was living before and what kind of life I'm living now. It just puts a smile on my face every time.
And don't forget, we need your validation as well. Arsham, you want to bring to the table our Instagram account and our
and follow us on Instagram is at get to give, but it's get space to space give. And follow us there, and we give motivational quotes, and if you're feeling down one day, you can just go read them, and you can boost up your motivation.
Yeah.
And we'll keep you updated on all the videos and our mindset.
And we're on social networks, other social networks such as Facebook.
Yeah.
And we are looking into getting into Reddit. So if any Redditors are out there,
absolutely,
just give us a shout. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you want.
So with that being said, please don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. Have a good day. Bye.